If this is your first time here, this is gonna blow your mind.
Yes.
And,
Right.
I was mentioning to some of you earlier that you saw the Dow plummet today, the Dow Jones and the S&P 500, and some of you may be concerned about that. But if you're here in this group, you won't really care what's going to happen to the market tomorrow, a month from now. If it goes down, if it goes up, it doesn't really matter, because you're going to know how to handle the market. Now today, we're very fortunate because we have several educators here in the room that are going to present the opportunity to you. We have here Oren Wright, so let's give it a hand. And we have the ForexChicks here. Now the ForexChicks are going to go ahead and present what the company really is.
Hi everybody, hello. It's been a while since I presented. I'm so used to being behind, a computer screen, educating y'all. I don't know if any of you are familiar going on our channels on Sundays and Thursdays. On Thursdays, Melissa and I do market structure. So we basically go teaching a strategy with market structure. And on Sunday, we go over the weekly analysis and we go over basically some possible setups that we give on Sunday nights. And Melissa is going to be going over the opportunity first.
Yeah, so it has been a while since we presented, but who here is familiar with the cash flow quadrant? Okay, so very few, a lot of you, I mean. Okay, so an employee, right? An employee is, most people, an employee is when you go, you work for somebody else, you make your money, but you're making somebody else rich, right? You're playing out somebody else's dream, right? And that's a category that most of us fall in, 95% of us fall in. We're about taking as many people out of that 95% and bringing them over to the 5%. What's great about the Forex market or the foreign currency market is it's not like the stock market. Who's familiar with the stock market? It's open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, 4:30 p.m. While with Forex, you can trade literally 24 hours a day, 5.5 days a week, I like to say. So the market opens Sunday, 5 p.m., closes Friday, 5 p.m. So whether you're working, you're 8 to 5, and you have the evenings, or maybe you're like me, where I used to set my alarm at 3 o'clock in the morning because I like to trade the London session. I like the volatility, the liquidity. So I would set my alarm at 3 o'clock in the morning. He knows, he hated it. He said, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Shh, just silence. Let me do what I have to do." I analyze, I place my trade, and then he'd wake up in the morning, he'd be like, "Let me see," and I'd be like, "Oh, I'm in profit, I'm closing out." And but it became that simple, but it wasn't always like that. It was something that we did have to put in work to. But the market is so huge because literally you can trade on any device, like I said, but it's $5.3 trillion traded per day. That's huge. That's well above the stock market. Okay, so what is iMarketsLive, right? So you get first class Forex education. We were founded July 4th, 2013, Independence Day, right? We do operate in 120 countries, debt-free, privately owned, and there's no third-party services. So every product that we have and we offer, we own. You don't have to think, well, maybe there's another company that has it. No, it's all ours. We developed it. It's ours. This man himself, Christopher Terry, his wife, Isa Stellator, who's our Chief Financial Officer. Then if you know anything about MLM, Alex Morton, he is the Executive Vice President. And then you have Ivan Tapia, the Vice President of Sales. And this team alone, Christopher Terry, he's such an amazing man. He has, well over 40 plus years experience trading in the market. But he came up with this idea. He came up with this vision. He wanted to show the masses and help the masses educate themselves and take this skill and make it your own. Take it something that you can use whether you're in this company or you're not in this company, right? So, backwards. So, obviously results are not guaranteed. Every day in the market is completely different, right? But what's great about this company is we don't trade your money. So it's not like the company itself has access to your account. We can't say, "Oh, well, you made $2,000 today, so I need to take 1,000 of that for myself." No, everything you make is 100% yours, right? So iMarketsLive doesn't take anything off of your trades. You enter and you exit any trade whenever you want. So if you enter a trade, let's say you're on one of our products and you're on the auto trader, and it takes a trade and you're like, you know what? I don't really like the way this looks. I don't think it's gonna go the way they expect it to go. Let me get out. You're in full control, and that's what's most important here. And then obviously our objective even is to empower you and to teach you how to trade. It's great to have this tool because that's what it is. It's a tool. But it's even greater when you can be by yourself and you can analyze a chart and you can call a trade and you can win that trade on your own. That's a skill. That's a skill that I can take and I can pass down to my daughter. That's a skill that I can show my mom. That's a skill that I can show my family if they really wanted to learn this. It's a skill that I will take forever, whether I'm in iMarketsLive or I'm not, right?
So we have the IML Academy. Basically, we have 60 videos and we're adding them on a weekly basis. We're adding more videos because we are adding more education, multiple languages. We're currently, I think, in 6 or 7 different languages. So when you are, depending what country you're from, and you have a family member that speaks French or Spanish or German or Russian, now they can be a part of it and you don't have to feel that you have to exclude them because we're offer that. And basic to advanced. Okay, we literally break the education from A to Z and literally are walking you through all this education. And you're going to be learning from the expert traders. You're going to be learning from Christopher Terry himself. He does the swing trades. Next slide. You're going to be getting different techniques from other traders through our sessions that we have right here, iMarketsLive TV. We have close to, I believe, maybe 12 to 15 IML educators. Over 75 hours worth of education that you're gonna get. So it's like you ever go to work and you have your favorite station, you wanna watch a TV station or a series, but you're not there, you can record it, right? Well, that's the beauty of it. Whether you're not on our sessions or Orient session or any other educator session, you can watch the replay. So it's like having, what is that, TiVo? Where people you can record? Yeah. It's like having TiVo. Multiple languages. All the educators that teach, you'll see which channel. There's the Spanish channel, there's the German channel, the English channel, and all trading sessions. So if you work, like Melissa said, 8 to 5 or 10 to 10, you still have sessions you can jump on from the nighttime to the morning time. So literally, we cater you guys throughout the day. You can rewatch the IML TVs and relearn again. That's why I always tell people, always, if you're ever learning a strategy, the first time you watch it, you're not gonna get it. You need multiple exposures. You know what I mean? I always tell people, when you watch our sessions and I'm teaching you a strategy, don't just watch this one session. Go back, rewatch, take notes, and retake notes, and then try to practice what you learn and apply it to see how it's working. I always tell people, when you're learning any strategies that any educator gives you, always start on a demo when you're learning, especially you don't want to play with a strategy that you're not familiar with and you don't have the experience on a live account. I always tell people, never make that mistake. Okay, next slide. Now the harmonic scanner. Why I love this harmonic scanner is that when I have my own personal trade, right, my own personal trade setups, I will literally look at the harmonic scanner to see if it matches my own confirmations. So I always tell people, use the harmonic scanner as a tool to guide you, but do not execute every trade setup that they have. You also want to have your own judgment. I always tell people, but the harmonic scanner scans the market for you, provides you all the information. So when, especially for beginner, when you don't know, well, how am I going to predict my risk to reward ratio? Am I going to go into a trade to gain 50 pips but to lose 50 pips? And that's a 1-to-1. At that point, we're gambling. Here, we will have already the risk to reward ratio based on the stop loss, your take profit, and your entry. Obviously, everyone's lot sizes are going to be differently according to what you are investing. Some people may open a live account with $5,000. I've seen 20. I've seen as low as $100. So privately owned software, which is great, and high accuracy prediction. Nothing is a guarantee. Nothing's 100%. No one can tell you, if someone's telling you about the UJ is going to go this way, And the market makers, whatever you say can happen, it can always do its own thing. You know what I mean? But you're gonna go, when you enter a trade with multiple confirmations, you never use any single indicator to like go like moving averages, or if you use the harmonic scanner, don't execute. Just make sure you watch and you study. That's how I learned. Next slide. Let's see. Okay, the web analyzer. The web analyzer's been on for about a month and a half. This is really, really good. I like this new feature that we're offering. It's basically giving you, similar to what the harmonic scanner does, it gives you like setups, you get information, and you can combine it with your own strategy or with your own, confirmations that you're using. And it basically gives you like histories of the different pairs. And yeah, they have everything there. So on this slide, has anyone here used the web analyst? So how do you feel with it?
I like it.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I like it.
Can you tell me your experience with it?
Yeah, it's great. As long as you figure the strategy and stick to it, it can give you amazing results.
Okay, so you have two customers here that are giving you their input. You two, are you using?
Yeah, I've used it, yeah.
Can you tell me your experience?
Yeah, so I've used it. It has increased my profit better, because like you say, you put your own strategies with what they've got, and it, especially with the MACD and the RSI, you use those in a lot of indicators.
That's awesome. All right, so you have three, different reviews on it, which is good. I liked it. I've looked at it. It's pretty good information, and like I said, this is a tool, an extra resource to use alongside with your own trading strategy. So it really adapts to everyone's own technique, because everyone does trade differently. Melissa and I, we both learn together, but she trades differently than I do. Does that make her a better trader than I, or better trader than any IML educator? No, just everyone has their techniques, and what works for me may not work for her. So I always tell people, when you're learning strategies from multiple educators, you have to find the one that clicks, okay? That fits you. Oh, this works with me, I'm producing results. Because when you try to learn from different, like everybody, and you're trying to put 7 different strategies, you start getting lost in between. So next slide. The daily swing trades. That's what I was talking about, that you learn from the experts. This is Christopher Terry. He is going to give you the forecast, which is amazing. You're going to get what's the anticipation for the week and what he anticipates the market going to go in. The major pairs that are mostly traded, he analyzes them. And you're going to learn his techniques. You're going to learn the insights of how he trades, how he views a chart, why he predicts this pair is going to go up versus this one going down. What is his analysis, and what is he using to to coincide with his forecast.